Hello and welcome to the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe. And yeah, I appreciate that so much. So let's go ahead and talk about this video. The Raptor was revealed yesterday, but unfortunately, this is not the US based version. This is going to be for the Australian market as well as the European market. But do not fear, do not be scared, because the Raptor is also coming to the United States as well too, and that's going to be revealed when they introduce their new Ford Ranger. So the Ranger and then Ranger Raptor, 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 Raptor. Yes. So if you're interested in the Ford Ranger, the Raptor one, for the United States, just stay tuned, and Ford is going to be showing it real soon, and you will have your opportunity to get fisted by the dealership because you enjoy that, because that's what we have to deal with now because of this whole semiconductor shortages. So unfortunately, this is what it is. But when it comes to price, the Ranger is going to be so much cheaper comparing to the Ford Raptor as well as the Bronco. I think the Bronco is also going to be really expensive for the Raptor version of that as well too. But anyway, let's go ahead and cover this article and see what is in store for you if you're interested into the Ford Raptor. I'm sorry, not Ford Raptor, Ford Ranger Raptor. Got to be specific because there's a lot of Raptors and there's a lot of Fords. So yeah. Anyway, let's go do that now. Okay, so before we get into the nitty gritty, I just wanted to showcase the look of it and try to see what we can see. It does look like maybe because Ford has been running with the Fox, the struts and stuff like that for the you know, all the goodness, the off-roading. And let me know if I'm wrong. Did Ford switch from the Fox? I'm not too sure. I'll try to see if I can see anything on the suspension, but I can see it right there, the strut. Anyway, let's go to the interior. I think the interior looks amazing. I like that big old giant iPad looking thing in the middle. And then you have your steering wheel control. I feel like every year the steering wheel control just gets more and more complicated, and they keep adding more and more things into the steering wheel, which is just it's too much. Eventually it becomes too much. I mean, look. Oh my god. But I guess you can get used to it. Anyway, so here's the rear side of the Raptor as well. Looks very nice and aggressive like. Like I'm gonna run your ass over while we're going off-roading. Hopefully you're not in my way. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. And here's another look, but I think this is just the Ranger. This isn't the Raptor version of the this is just the regular Ranger. So Ford did say that they are going to be making the Raptor available for the US. Like I said, I think I said that earlier, but it has not been introduced yet. But once they introduce the new 2023 Ranger, then they're also going to introduce the Raptor as well too, because this is now a trend. Before it used to be just kind of like where the Raptor name is only exclusive to the F-150, and then they decided to just go full in ham on it. I guess now they want to make everything Raptor. What's next? Ford Expedition Raptor Edition? I mean, Excursion Raptor Edition? I mean, Mach E Raptor Edition? I don't know, man. I have no idea where the hell they're going with this whole trend. Everything has to be Raptorized. I don't know. I think that they should have just, left it with the F-150 as the Raptor version, but and if you wanted more power, then since they're using the V6 EcoBoost, I'm sure there's tuners out there that can give you more power. It's not hard. All you gotta do is just change the settings a little bit on the ECU, and bam, you have more power. You know, anytime, especially if it has a turbo, it's way more, gives you way more tuning capabilities. But it's a sharp looking truck. I'm not gonna lie, it is a sharp looking truck. Besides the shitty ass engine that's inside, the V6 EcoBoost piece of shit. Other than that, that's my only complaint with that. It's a solid looking truck. I mean, Ford has been building trucks for years and years and years and years, and I gotta say, man, they perfected the truck, especially with the F-150. I don't hear a lot of complaints. I'm sure there's complaints, but I don't hear about like big complaints about the F-150. People, that truck has been consistently outselling all their competitors like by a large margin, and Ford definitely knows what they're doing. You know, besides Ford, I think if I was ever to buy a brand, I think I've talked about this a long time ago. In probably one of my other videos, I would definitely buy myself one of these F-150 Raptors, but I will not get it with the V6. I hope that they do bring back the V8. There was a rumor that they might bring back the V8, the F-150 Raptor V8. If they do, man, that was the only other truck that I was looking into purchasing. Besides that, and just a Tacoma or something like that, because I don't need something really huge and large. So I think the Ranger would have been the perfect medium for me. And I love it. I love the interior, even though it has a shit ton of buttons on the steering wheel. I love that center console right here with that big old iPad. Man, I'm a sucker for technologies, man. You put any kind of tech in anything, and I'm there. I want it, or at least I'm gonna try to get it and spend some of our hard-earned money. I'm looking at you. Yeah, spend it. Uh, Anyways, continuing on with the video. Like I said, I dig the interior, and you get these nice little Ford Performance door seals. Ugh. This is disgusting. It's a fucking electronic handbrake. It's gross. I'm not a fan of them. I hate them. I fucking hate them. Yeah. And then you also get the auto stop start, which is another stupid feature. Um, you don't have to take my word for it. If you want to, you can follow one of the guys that I follow on YouTube, Scotty Kilmer, and he explains it pretty good. You know, for me, that's what sold me on not getting the stop, features. Or if I do have it in my car, I would turn that off because majority of the wear and tear is when you're starting the vehicle. That usually has a lot of wear and tear, and having to have where one of the cylinders or whatever shuts off when you're in a stop and then starting back up, eventually it just creates an uneven wear and tear on your internal components. But like I said, Scotty Kilmer explains it way better than I do. Um, Go check him out, and he's a mechanic, so he knows exactly what he's talking about. Been working on cars for over what 40 years or something like that. So anyway, he's way more knowledgeable than I am. I'm not gonna try to even pretend to know what I'm talking about when it comes to mechanical repairs of vehicles. I only do my own repairs. Well, whatever I can do, I try to do all my own repairs on my own vehicles, changing the oil, changing filters, changing everything that I can do on my own, shocks, etc. Like I can do all that stuff on my own. I don't try to take my cars to the dealership because they're gonna charge you a shit ton of money for it. So this is a nice feature where you can see from the top down and seeing what where the vehicle is stationed at, and you got your packing cameras or whatever, checking your surroundings. It's just cool. I wonder how this is getting pulled off. Is it used like sort of a GPS system, or how does that work? I'm curious to find out how this works. How they able to get the top view of your vehicle? I have a feeling it uses like GPS or something like that. Anyways, going forward, we have different settings here that you can use. So you have Baja, and you have, I think this is off road, and then you have different settings for your off road, four high, four low, etc. You have it right here. Um, you have two high, four low, four automatic. As you can tell, I'm not much of an off-roading person, so I wouldn't even know what to do if I just want to press the button, letting me know I'm going off-roading, and just press it and just be done because I'm not sure what any of those other buttons do, like four low, four high, etc. I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm honest. I try to be honest. Oh, and you have different exhaust notes. So if you want it really loud, you have the Baja. That's the loud, and then you have Sport. You have, I think this is a little bit more, but not as much as So yeah, and then you have your quiet mode, I'm assuming. Damn, this truck has everything here. Also, here is the drive modes. I think you have normal, and I think this is maybe traction control off, normal steering, off road, Baja. Now, I wonder if you can select certain ones that you want, so you can kind of like mix and match. Like if you want more aggressive steering and a little bit more Baja sounding, and off road for your suspension. I don't know. I don't know if you're able to choose specific one, or is it just all just one where you can just pick one drive mode and be done with it. And of course, it has Apple CarPlay and all that good stuff for you. It has comfortable room seatings. I mean, look at that. There's plenty of room in the truck, even though it's just a small truck. Woo! Anyways, that was a lot of information to be given there just by the pictures itself without actually reading the article. Now, one thing that I did want to tell you guys about is actually the power, because the European version of the Ford Ranger F1 Ford Ranger Raptor edition, the European market actually gets way less power because of regulations, unfortunately, comparing to the Australian market ones. So for the European specification, you get the V6 EcoBoost at 284 horsepower, at 362 foot-pound of torque. And the Australian market, it's actually been tuned, so you get a little bit way, not a little bit, you get way more horsepower. You get about 108 108 horsepower, I believe, if my math is correct. Maybe it is, probably. You get 108 more horsepower, which is just insane, and you get a shit ton of torque. Whew, gotta love that regulations. Thank God in America our regulations are insane, but it's not that insane, so we should expect a lot more power. I'm expecting a lot more power from you, Ford. Give us the power. When it comes to price, I think they said, oh, and eco. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be using the same the 3 liter that it's also coming on the Bronco Raptor, that one that I also covered in that video. So I'm pretty sure that it's using the same engine. When will it go on sale? But 2023, so it's coming out this year, probably later on this year, if not during the summer times, or maybe like Q4-ish. So they are using the Fox Performance Tune Active Fox 2.5 live valve shock absorbers, offering 50% reduced friction compared to the previous model, and a refined Watts link geometry for the rear. Suspension travel has been increased by 290 millimeters, 11.4 inches in the front, and 250 millimeter, 9.8 inches at the rear. So it's nice and high. So you're not gonna be, getting stuck anytime soon. Um, I'm not sure about how it handles in off-roading. Some vehicles still kind of struggle, even though they're all-wheel drive system. Some of them still struggle. But let me know if you own one of these vehicles, or if you own one of the Ford F-150s, or whatever Ford that you have, and if you've taken them off-road. Let me know about your experience in the comments below, because I don't know. I've never driven one. I've never gone off-roading, or at least in an extreme fashion. So let me know about your experience. And then I think it says Ford Bronco Extreme Off-Road Bows with over 400 horsepower for 68,500. Now I want to say that this is going to be a since this is the like the low end of Ford's trucks. Obviously, it's not anymore since they introduced the Maverick. I'm sorry, this video is going a little bit longer than it should. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. Since this is no longer the lowest, this is kind of like the mid-range tier for the truck, especially since the Maverick came out. So I want to say it's going to be in the low 50s for the price, or maybe high 40s for the Raptor Ranger edition. But anyway, let me stop talking your ear off. If you enjoyed this video and you made it this far, holy shit, man, you're fucking amazing. You are the shit. Give me that thumbs up, because I know it was a long journey, but we have come to the end, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, give me that like, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and have a lovely rest of your day, because I will. might go back to sleep too, maybe.